Jai Sri Krishna. And today let us talk about the magic of giving. See, giving can be I have heard that the giver is greater than the receiver because they say that the receiver has his arms stretched out, hands stretched out, whereas the giver is always on the higher side to give something of the outstretched hand. Now, in my mind, the biggest giving could be forgiveness, because you're doing yourself a favor by forgiving. I have heard this story about a person carrying a bag of potatoes. And initially, it will not be very heavy, but imagine you carrying that sack of potatoes all the time. When you sit, when you sleep, when you go out, and that potato starts getting putrid. It starts smelling. And yet you carry it with you. And it's becoming heavier. And that sack of potatoes are sometimes compared to forgiveness. Some people say, I can forgive, but I cannot forget. But in my mind, don't forget. Don't forget the lesson you learned because of whatever that person did to you. Don't forget the lesson. But you will be doing yourself a favor by letting it go. Because eventually, those who believe in the karma theory, I believe that karma eventually does come around. So let's not think of retaliating in any way. There is no need. Let it go. Whether the karma comes or not, that's another story. Though generally I know that it does. Now, what is the different types of giving? One could give knowledge. Now, there are some people who believe that you should not give because it gives you an ego. But then, isn't giving knowledge also? Wouldn't the person who gives knowledge get an ego? So the person who's preaching about not giving because it'll give you ego, then in that case, you shouldn't be doing anything. You shouldn't be sharing anything. This is in my mind. There's another thing that instead of giving them fish, teach them to fish, which means that if you have something to give, why not teach them, spend that time, energy or money on teaching the person a certain kala, as it's said in Hindi, a certain means of earning a livelihood, in which case he doesn't need to ask all the time. And maybe if each one were to teach one, it wouldn't be so hard. And that we do anywhere, but even as parents, do we really teach our children the right values? But then that's a story for another time. And I'd like to just close this vast topic with these two lines. देनहार कोई और है, भेजत जो दिन रैन, लोग भरम हम पर करें इससे नीचे नैन. So, actually we think we give, but the giver is actually someone from above. And therefore, whenever we give, I think our eyes should be down rather than looking up with a lot of ego, because the giver is a bigger one up there who gives you the means to be able to share something that has been given to you, not only to enjoy yourself, but to share. So that's it for today. Think about it. And until next time, take care and God bless.